yeah.
This is episode 6.
Episode 6.
Of C&N Podcast. How was your week?
Pretty good.
Or 2 weeks, because we took a week off last week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Schedules didn't align. We were so busy. I had lunch with Elon Musk. He had lunch with Bill Gates. You know, it was busy time.
Yeah, we're trying to get them on, but it's kind of a work in progress.
Yeah, we have to fit them into our schedule. They said they're ready, but...
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, let me get this shit off the fucking screen so they're not looking at my porn that I'm showing. This herpes porn that we're watching.
It's actually a guy that took anabolic steroids for everyone
it's
actually
not
herpes. Prone to acne, took steroids, it blew up his acne.
Dude.
Weird stuff. Guy's a dumbass.
It's not worth the gains, bro.
No shot.
I would rather
like
not. Dude, you get gains to like be healthy and like maybe like look good.
Yeah.
But when you look like shit.
I mean, that's his fault.
Really
he
good.
took this. It's not like that's his genetics like that happened. It's because he took anabolics and that's what ended up because he was already prone to acne.
Yeah.
And it
like if you're prone to acne,
kind of
get it. I mean,
pretty gruesome.
I'm glad I'm not prone to acne. Like I've never had like back acne. Like,
I've never had back acne. I've had face acne, but I've never had like back or any of
I
that.
feel like everyone goes through that, but
yeah, 16 was a rough time.
But I never had like
Nick.
stuff like that ever on my face. It was just like pimples and like.
Yeah, mine was never that bad.
I knew a couple people.
That's absurd.
Back in like middle school and high school and shit that like their face looked like that all the time. And it's not from like steroids, obviously, but it was like just in general.
Genetics.
That sucks. Like and now like kind of like scars your face up and shit.
Yeah, if you don't take care of it.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, that sucks.
Brutal.
Probably. Did you see Simone Biles won her 7th U.S. title? There was like no media coverage on that. That's kind of
there wasn't.
Scuffed.
I remember.
See, there was like
Logan Paul
17
got
posts
more,
about Logan Paul and Mayweather, and not one about her.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
She just broke the women's world record.
And she's
gymnastics.
like how old? Like freaking
24, 25.
I thought she was younger than that.
She's young. I mean, she's the most gifted gymnast I've ever seen in my entire life. Dude, she is so far ahead of anybody before her.
Yeah.
It sucks.
And she's
24.
Yeah, okay. Shit.
Dude, she's literally younger than me.
Yeah, she is younger.
she's a month and 3 days younger than me.
Wow.
Let that sink in. And she's
what
doing
am I
that.
doing with my life?
Yeah. I'm good at Call of Duty. And she's good at
money doing that.
She's good at breaking records, like world records. Shout out to her though. She's a fucking beast.
I'm just gonna leave it for.
I think she's the most dominant gymnast ever. Like when you think about it, in terms of just shitting on everybody, like no one's shitted on anyone more than she has.
Yeah.
I don't think like people realize how absurdly like we're literally witnessing like greatness.
Yeah. Man, that Logan
She's
Paul
like the
fight was
LeBron.
pretty great.
That was an insane fight.
Did you see Chado's Ochocinco?
Yeah,
in the prelims.
He did good in the first round, then he started getting fucked up. But I mean, he was fighting a guy that boxes like for a living,
like
right? Like that guy's a professional boxer that he fought.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how I thought Logan Paul was gonna get knocked out. I'm surprised he did. He went all 8 rounds.
Yeah.
So he basically.
I think Mayweather did go easy on him.
Yeah,
personally.
I think so too. We should pull up that video.
Yeah, pull up a YouTube clips. Type in like recap video, whatever on YouTube, and see if we can find like a highlights. Logan Paul Mayweather highlights. That's a good one to type in.
I want to look at the one where he like Logan Paul or
where he held him up. Yeah, that'll be in the highlight. Let's just go through the highlight through all 8 rounds because they're only 2-minute rounds. The highlights will be quick. It'll be a short video.
I just don't want to play too much.
This is fucking annoying.
I don't know who this fucking guy is.
You're annoying.
Okay, I don't really like you. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want no commentator watching this shit.
That guy's annoying.
Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul met up.
Nah, look at the dislikes. This ain't it. This is not it.
Alright.
Wait, what did?
I just don't want to watch a 10-minute video.
Go back up real quick.
Joe, is that Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's with. I just watched that episode. Josh Dolan.
I haven't watched that one yet. I didn't know he released one.
Yeah.
I wonder what Rogan said about it.
I watched the one right before this guy.
Oh, go down.
The one right before that guy on.
I helped him stay up. Did you see that quote?
Which one?
Right there. Look at. Maybe that's clickbait. That's probably clickbait.
How long is it? I don't even think it is.
Floyd Mayweather react.
knocking out Logan Paul. Their income from the match was tied to actual revenue generated by the event. But
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
clear that money was a very important part of this match, or made
No way.
some effort to knock him out.
It was
Yeah, it's
funny
dumb.
after the
That's
fight.
effed up.
Mayweather was just like sitting there, not even breathing heavy, just like, oh, good fight. And Logan
Yeah.
Paul looked like he'd just been through the
He-
fucking
for
ringer,
real.
bro. Looked
Yeah.
like he just fought a lion and was like,
Like-
barely getting out with his life. And Floyd was just like,
Floyd
smiling.
had he was not sweating. He was
Yeah.
not like, I mean, he was, but he
Just goes
he
to show
didn't
the
have any like,
conditioning.
yeah.
It's
I
so-
mean, Logan Paul was just giving everything he had.
Yeah, it
and,
did look like
and
Floyd was
was just
not really-
defense.
Yeah,
defense.
that's
just
that's how
defense.
Floyd fights. He's like
Yeah.
just a defensive fighter.
Yeah.
That's how he's always
That's
been.
why he's fucking the best.
I mean, yeah, Floyd's pro. I was watching prime young Floyd Mayweather
Mm-hmm.
highlights, like 25-year-old Floyd Mayweather
Mm-hmm.
the other day, and dude, that guy was dusting everybody that stepped in
Dude,
the ring with him,
hell
like
yeah.
just dusting them. It was bad.
Dude,
I kind of felt bad for his opponents because he was just so far ahead. You know
He
what I
is.
mean? Just like technically and everything. Like
Oh,
he
100%.
just he has that down to a science, man.
100%. Yeah.
It's gotta suck because there's fighters that he fought that are like phenomenal fighters, but
Yeah.
in any other era, they would have probably been like greatest, you know. But like just the fact that Floyd Mayweather was in their weight division and the same era as them, they're not gonna ever really get recognition because Floyd was just like that fucking good.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. I thought it was a good fight though. I thought it was an interesting concept, celebrity boxing.
It was like, it actually turned out pretty well because, I mean, he stayed up all 8 rounds. It was actually a decent fight.
It was
in a way.
entertaining watching
Was
him get picked
entertaining.
apart.
I mean, it's good because it lasted 8 rounds, so it was entertaining. It was a full 8-round fight, and it actually,
I will say my
held
biggest
up.
complaint was the announcers.
yeah,
The announcers were dicks to Logan Paul, you know. And I mean, I get it. Like, you know, it's Floyd versus Logan. Like, obviously, a huge amount of respect on Floyd's name. But dude, the shots they were taking at Logan Paul, like, were pretty disrespectful to the point where I'm like, bro, if he heard that, I'm pretty sure he would.
Yeah.
He would. You wouldn't say that to his face,
Right.
You know. I didn't agree with some of the shit. They were clowning him pretty bad. I was like, dude, the kid's making millions of dollars doing this, and he's stepping in the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Dude,
Got to put
hell
a
yeah.
little bit of respect on his fucking name.
right.
Because I wouldn't
mean,
step in the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
I mean, they both won that fight in a sense.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Logan Paul definitely thinks he won because anyone going 8 rounds with the
Yeah.
best, I mean, you can't.
Yeah. I mean, he did
That's a
survive
win.
8 rounds. Typical. Then again, Floyd really wanted it. If that was a
I
title
think
fight,
so, yeah.
if that was a title fight, I think that would have been a little different.
Really, no one had anything to lose necessarily. I mean, Floyd did have a lot to lose. If he
Floyd
got
had
knocked-
so much more to
if he
lose
got
than
knocked
Logan
out,
Paul.
but it
yeah.
wouldn't have counted against his
No,
record, though.
but his
because it wasn't a
legacy,
real
that would have
fight.
been so much worse
It would
against his
be.
legacy.
It would be really bad. Logan Paul had nothing to lose.
No, not literally everything to gain, nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, Floyd Mayweather definitely did. His record didn't have anything to lose.
No, but his legacy,
yeah, for sure.
there'd always
Boxing,
be an
boxing,
asterisk.
even just boxing
There'd
too.
be an asterisk, like world's quote unquote best spot. Like,
It'd be like undefeated asterisk. Like, well,
talk about Jake
Logan
Paul.
Paul.
That guy.
it's fine. Tyron Woodley.
That guy.
I
I
think
don't
that's
mind Logan Paul. I've never had an issue with him. I think he fucked up when he was younger.
Yeah.
Did some, but he
He's
has
like
made
actually mature
But
now.
he has made it a point to better himself as a
Yeah.
person and be more responsible.
And
But his
Jake's-
brother's a little
Jake's
shit.
just more of like a fucking
He's
villain.
such an asshole, bro. But
He's like
hey,
a villain.
they know how to play it
Oh, wow.
perfectly.
They're smarter
they
than
are
all of us.
They are marketing geniuses. But God, some of the shit that comes out of Jake's mouth, I'm like, dude, you are just
He just
you're
seems
just
like
a
such a
shitty
little kid.
person.
Yeah.
Like I just think he's not a good person. But hey, maybe he's actually really nice.
He just
I
does it
just
for the all,
outside the
does it all for the
cameras.
camera.
Who knows?
I could see that. I've heard that too. I mean, I've heard that from Logan Paul, which I guess that's pretty biased coming from your own brother.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, at
I
the
wouldn't
end
be
of the day-
surprised if he actually is a genuinely sort of a good person. But
Yeah.
I don't really. I doubt it, honestly.
End of the day, those guys are masters of their crafts, and that is
Yeah.
making
I
money.
don't-
I don't think we will see many people ever do what they've
I give
done.
him credit.
Oh,
For
so much
sure.
credit.
I mean,
They play the victim
What they're
well,
doing.
or play the villain well. Sorry.
yeah, he just made his life a fucking. He's
Yeah.
the villain in the world, like in.
But he's got probably 60 million in his bank account just doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not a bad life. I will say. I'm pretty jealous. If I could swap places, maybe I would. You know,
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, shit. I would.
that's some crazy stuff. Let's see what Jake Paul's net worth is.
Doing a lot more than ever I could do.
Okay, both Logan and Jake are worth. This is December of 2020, so this has clearly gone up.
Yeah.
A combined total net worth of
36
$36 million.
Combined.
Logan Paul's net worth is around 20. Same
Logan's
with Jake's.
gotta be more.
But
I
that
don't
was in
know.
December of 2020, so this is before the Floyd fight.
But I wonder who's like
Before
actually
the
making,
Askren
because
fight.
like Jake Paul does a lot more YouTube stuff now,
Yeah.
more than Logan. But Logan has the podcast.
Yeah, that podcast. I'm sure
which
that
is like
makes
really
some good money.
It's like definitely the top podcast out there. I think. I don't really know. I could be totally wrong.
He's on a podcast with two of his buddies, right?
Yeah,
Dude, they're probably
Mike,
Dude, the publicity and cloud that podcast got after him
Well,
fighting
like
Floyd.
Mike, I forgot his last name. I think it's Mike. But he like used to date Lana Rhodes, porn star.
Yeah, I know.
I think they just broke up, but like
It'd be hard to
shit's
date a
fucking
porn
funny.
star.
And how they started dating, I think Logan Paul, like Mike, I think his name is Mike. He like wanted for his birthday, he wanted to see like Lana Rhodes or like hang out with her, and like Logan Paul got it for her or got it for him, like like Lana Rhodes.
Wow.
They met and like I guess they started dating.
Damn.
Why doesn't my homies do that for my birthday?
Yeah.
Give me a porn star.
Lana Rhodes, what's up? She's 24. Didn't know she was that young. It's weird, dude. Getting older, I'm starting to see. It sucks when you, like, because, you know, when we're younger, we see all these athletes, these superstars, all these people doing incredibly successful things. They're all, like, 18, 19, 20, 21. But you're, like, you're 16, 17. You're like, oh, but now I'm 24, and all these people are, like, 3-4 years younger than me, and I'm like,
Especially with it's like how it is now, because
Fuck.
especially even like college athlete or not even college, just NFL athletes or NBA athletes.
yeah, you see
like
this 18-year-old
Luka's fucking
kid come in.
22 years old.
Yeah, like
Just turned
Jason
22.
Tatum when he came in the league, or Giannis. Didn't
Yeah.
Giannis come in at, like, an
He's
absurdly
pretty
young age?
I mean, Luka was fair. Luka was fucking almost 9. I think he was 19.
He couldn't even legally drink.
Yeah, like
That's-
he just turned 22 recently. I'm
And the
pretty
guy's
sure.
just bawling on fucking, like, LeBron James and like, can't even go buy a pack of fucking, like, can't even go buy
Couldn't
Zen.
buy a Zen
Yeah,
pack.
can't even go buy Zen pouches at the goddamn gas
But he
station.
makes like absurd millions of dollars every
Dude,
year.
what do you think Luka's contract is gonna be?
I think it's like 200 million or something.
Do you think he's gonna get the super
Yeah,
max?
he'll get the super max. I mean, why wouldn't you?
What's their cap space looking like? That's the problem.
Mavs.
Yeah.
Well, I think they.
What's scary to me for Luka's career, and I will say this, is Luka is playing top-notch basketball on his rookie contract, and once you pay these guys these super maxes, the team around you just is not going to always be as good because so much money
Cap
is,
space.
and the fact that they can't win with him on his rookie when he's clearly like playing at an elite level that's what scares me for his career.
Yeah.
Because like he's gonna get better, but there's only so much better that he's gonna get because he's already playing like some of the greatest basketball I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean they'll be good because like even like Michael Jordan didn't win a championship until like 7th year in the league or some shit like that.
Yeah, but that was also Scottie Pippen on like the most criminal contract I've
saying.
ever seen.
I mean, the Mavs need another two. They need a 1A or
Yeah.
1B. I mean,
But the thing is that team wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Scottie Pippen's criminal contract. Because
Right.
you saw what it was. It was like
Yeah, it was-
10 years, like
yeah, it was horrible.
18 million or just some atrocious
ripped off.
bullshit. And
they're
like,
gonna need
that
someone-
allowed them to pay other people and pay Mike even more. So that's why that's
They're
not
gonna
going to
need-
happen anymore.
they're gonna need someone to either take less or find a person that's
on the come up.
that's almost on the come up, or
I found
that
like
hasn't-
another Blake Griffin type thing where he's not
Yeah.
getting paid an astronomical amount, but he's balling fucking hard.
I miss. Or I wish. What's his name? God, I forgot his name. God, we just signed from the Pelicans. God, I'm such an idiot. Why can't I think of his name?
I
But he
don't
got
know, I
hurt.
don't
He was
know.
hurt this year. He came in. Whatever. But yeah, we're gonna need to either get rid of KP.
Yeah, but he has no value, dude. No one's gonna be like, I want Porzingis on my team after the shit.
Well,
show
they have
that
to take
he's-
over his contract too.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
No one's gonna want to do that.
I mean, like, I'm kind of for or against, like get rid of him, getting rid of him. If he can stay healthy and he can like actually be what he usually is in the regular season.
That's a
'Cause
problem.
in the regular season, when he plays, he's pretty good. He just was asked the offseason or in the playoffs.
But it was like you
postseason.
can be ass, but he was ass, bro. Like there's a different level of being just playing a bad playoffs,
Yeah.
season like that happens. but he was like on a whole nother level of dog shit that I like.
Because last year in the bubble, he was amazing. He had
the
I think he
bubble
was all-time
bubble was an anomaly though. You know, there's people breaking records in the bubble like that I've had like no one's even heard of. Like But I
was a
agree.
weird
I mean,
year.
if he can play, but I'd be very scared as the Mavs front office.
Yeah.
Watching
I
how
don't
it
think
played.
the Mavs are going to do anything crazy this offseason, honestly. I think they're just going to kind of run it back. The number one part is like Tim Hardaway, if they're going to get rid of him because he's up for his new contract.
I think
now.
he's going to dip out and go get paid fat somewhere
he
else.
earned so much money this year because of how well he played.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting either a fat contract somewhere else or we're going to have to pay him.
I think that he's just going to get poached.
I love him, but I wouldn't mind seeing him go if we got another really good defender that can shoot the fucking ball, which obviously everyone wants a guy that can defend and shoot, but
yeah,
Tim Hardaway is a great player, but he's very inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have off nights, but he'll also have nights where he'll hit 30 and just
tear it
go
up.
off and go, like from 3. But I don't know, man. If we could just get Kawhi over here, no, just kidding. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have the cap space for that one big.
I don't think that would work well with Luka.
No.
Two ball dominant guys that are superstars.
Yeah, that would, because Kawhi's not giving it up, and Luka's sure as hell not giving it up after what he's played.
It's hard to have two legit superstars on your team.
The Nets are somehow making it work.
The Nets are the only team right now that I could see that have two legit superstars.
Wait,
can you think of another
3?
team? Or no, well, more than 2. At least 2.
I was about to say there's definitely
No,
3 superstars on that roster.
I mean, at least 2.
No, it is very hard to
James
make
Harden.
that work.
Kidding.
I mean, I guess Cleveland with LeBron and Kyrie back in the day.
Back in the day, I'm talking about
and
right
Golden State made it work.
Like right now, I mean, I guess you could say Steph, but with
yeah, but Klay Thompson's also not the ball dominant type
well, yeah,
of
but
guy,
I was thinking,
you know?
I was trying to think of a team that had 2 superstars. If you count Klay Thompson as one,
He's a superstar, but he's not a ball dominant.
But also,
superstar.
he's also not playing this year.
Yeah,
so
but he's also not a ball dominant superstar.
he's
Like,
just
Klay's
a, spot shooter.
superstar.
He's just a spot shooter.
Exactly. He's not running point guard for you when you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Ever. Even if he wasn't on the Warriors, Klay Thompson would never be running.
yeah. That'd
Point.
be nice to get Klay on our team. We would need someone like
Holy
him.
shit! If you guys somehow got Klay fucking Thompson, I'd put money on you guys winning. I'd put money on
Having
you
a
guys winning.
consistent shooter like that. 'Cause that's what we need. We need a consistent
shit.
shooter. I don't
And
know
a
how,
great defender.
Is he a good
a
defender?
phenomenal defender.
Okay.
Klay Thompson
That's
is
the kind of
a
guy we need.
great
We need
defender.
a very good defender, or we need a guy like I don't know, someone that's like a big defender but can shoot. There was someone I had in mind. I was thinking of, but I forgot. But
Oh,
man, we need a lot this
Dude.
offseason.
Klay Thompson's had a defensive rating of 111.4, or had one in his rookie season. He's never dipped below 103.6 on his defensive rating, which is fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Tim Duncan's was like 94, if I remember correctly. And Tim
Yeah.
Duncan was like a lights out defender.
Yeah, I was thinking like someone like DeMar DeRozan, but like
Oh.
his defense is not great.
Or what's his name? I guess that wouldn't work. What's his name from Portland?
Dame.
Dame.
They were talking about that too.
Holy shit, Damian
I don't think that
Lillard
would
did
work
the
well
math.
though.
No, I don't think it
because Dame's an almost
Yeah.
more ball dominant
Yeah.
player than Luka. But it wouldn't be a bad idea, which this would never happen. But in my opinion, like having Dame take the ball up as a point guard, and then giving Luka a little less time with the ball,
would. Yeah, giving him
and then
space to
starting the
work with.
offense through Dame, and then running a pick and roll or whatever through Luka, and then
Yeah.
having Luka.
Well,
but
also
I
when
think
you
that would-
sit Luka out and he rests,
Right.
Dame's not going to let you guys get outscored by 24 points when he's
Right.
sitting. That's another.
Yeah.
That's the Mavs' biggest issue, is when Luka's on the court, y'all are doing well, but the second he comes out, you guys
Yeah.
just get outscored by everybody outscores y'all by a
that's
significant
what KP's
margin.
for. But
Yeah.
when he can't shoot the fucking ball, when he's been off, we can't do shit. So
I wonder what his mentions, Porzingis' mentions, are looking like.
I don't know. I just know this. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot this offseason, honestly. I think it's just going to be a similar year.
I don't know, Mark
I think it's
Cuban
gonna be
is a
the
guy that
offseason.
doesn't sit stagnant on stuff. When he sees an issue,
know.
he's the kind of guy that goes out and fixes it.
But
before-
whenever we have a contract so large with KP, it's kind of hard to get rid of.
yeah,
It's
that's very
it's almost
hard.
like not.
Now, if he played
reasonable.
really well, then he'd have potential. But no one,
Right.
I can't think of any organization that's like, I want Porzingis now.
Yeah.
I want to
exactly.
take over that contract.
Exactly. So
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks really bad for the
It's
Mavs
tough.
fans.
I think the KP trade was maybe a bust, depending on how this next year looks. This next year is like to prove everything, honestly.
Looking like a bust. You gotta always give it.
If he has another,
year.
I mean, I think they'll keep him for one more year, and if kind of just, I think this next year is a big.
I just think he's not gonna get healthy.
But that's the thing. Like, no guy that size is ever healthy. Like, even
And that's the thing.
even KD gets hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, KD is putting up significantly higher
But KD's
numbers
obviously
than
a way better player.
Porzingis. Yeah, look at Porzingis. I mean, he's young still. He's only 25.
Yeah.
But if he can't stay healthy in his early 20s, dude, late 20s, early 30s is when the injuries really start taking over, plaguing people's careers.
Yep.
If he can't stay healthy now,
It's doomed.
that's a pretty bad fucking... Like, dude, he had 7 points in Game 4 or Game 5.
And he had not many.
He went like 8, 7,
He had
16.
one
his last
game
3.
where I think he did hit 20. Can't remember which game it was. But yeah, I mean, you can't have a guy like that. And this,
If I'm paying you $160 million, you better be getting me more than like 5.
Well, that's the thing, like-
and he got 5 and like 5 boards one game. You're 7 foot fucking
dude,
3,
you should be getting fucking
5 boards.
That
You're
was the biggest
7'3".
thing is the defense. I don't mind if you can't shoot that well,
5 boards.
but if you can't do
I
what
could
your,
probably
what
get
your
5
height
boards out there,
asks you to
bro.
fucking do.
I saw the funniest meme, and it was like, it was pretty fucked up. It's like Porzingis if he wasn't 7 foot, and it was like the McDonald's gif of him flipping burgers,
too.
dude. I'm like, oh, you're doing this guy's. If anything, you're killing this dude's confidence even more.
Hell yeah, dude. Everyone was talking about KP this year. That sucks. What's like crazy because in the in the regular season, I would trust Luke or KP to shoot the ball from 3 better than Luka because Luka wasn't hitting threes in the regular season as much or as well. Towards the end of the season, he was great, but I mean, KP was
playing lights out.
every time like KP would shoot a 3, I was like, oh, he's gonna make that shit. But in the postseason, it was just like, that's a miss. Why would you shoot that, KP? That was a horrible shot. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that fool is hot garbage.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I mean, dude, the most mind-boggling stat to me is 5 boards in a game. 3 boards, 4 boards. So game 1, 4. Game 2, 4. Game 3, 3. Game 4, 5. Like, dude, 6, 5. Like, he finally had double-digit rebounds in the last game. He didn't even break 6 or 7 once. Like, dude, that's... How do you get bodied that bad when you're the tallest dude on the court and you have a 7'6" wingspan? That's unreal.
It's his position.
Yeah, his positioning.
The way
But a guy of his stats, like his basketball IQ.
Because he sits out on the fucking rim on the 3-point line and he wants to shoot threes.
Yeah.
And you can't get rebounds when you're on the 3-point line.
Yeah, and if you're not making your threes,
But
then
you
you're
can
really
also, whenever someone shoots the fucking ball, you can run in there and try to grab a board.
Yeah, it
but
doesn't
no,
seem like he was putting in a lot of
He doesn't
effort.
put in effort. That's the thing is like,
It did seem like
and
his
it caused
energy was
everyone
very
to
low.
think like, okay, does KP not want to be here? Is he having problems with Luka? Is he having problems with
Or does he just
Rick
not give a
Carlisle?
shit because he's like making the dumbest money in the world that he's
or is he hurt still?
I
Or
don't
there was
think
just
he
all
was
these
hurt.
questions, and it was just like, what's his problem? Like, everyone was like, oh, he's got a problem with Luka. Like, they're not friends. It's like, well,
There's plenty of guys that don't
you
like
don't
their
have to be
teammates that
friends,
still
but,
fucking
like,
ball.
you can
You know,
still-
because
yeah.
it's on the court. And quite frankly, I wouldn't give a shit if you didn't like your teammate if you're getting paid that much
I
goddamn
mean, you can't
money.
tell me everyone loves Russell Westbrook on your team.
No, yeah, I feel
But-
like the majority of people hate the guy.
He still shares the ball and they contribute. But
Westbrook has definitely been impressing me lately, I will say.
yeah,
I feel like I liked him this year. I don't know. Did you like him this year? I thought he played well.
They got really close to the playoffs, but they're in the play-in.
Just the Wizards is such a weird team to me to see Russell Westbrook
That
on.
was a weird trade.
That is
a weird move.
doesn't it just seem weird thinking about Russell Westbrook as a Wizard?
Yeah, it was really.
I
weird.
just always thought that was weird.
He's been
from
on
when that
such
happened.
weird teams, honestly.
It's
besides
weird not seeing him
Houston.
in a Thunder jersey.
Yeah.
Holy shit! If we want to talk about a 30 for 30 one day, it'll be the if OKC never got rid of James Harden, it would have been James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a 30 for 30 that needs to be filmed. Like the fucking James
Wait, you
Harden
mean
trade.
in
When-
OKC?
Yeah, in OKC.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Houston.
No, in OKC. When, like,
Yeah, when they were
way back in.
first. Yeah, it's like if they would
It's
have
crazy
stuck
to
with
think
it.
how old these guys are now.
Like if they would have, their draft was amazing, and they got all this.
Why did they
players,
trade
and,
James Harden?
I don't remember what the reason was. Probably because it's James Harden, and he probably wanted out.
But
he didn't wanna
Harden
play
wasn't
anymore.
at that superstar status anywhere near.
I don't understand some players like what's the reasoning like why they want out all the time of their like. I mean, I get it if you're not winning, which I guess they weren't. I didn't follow basketball very well back in the day. Like I got really into basketball this past like 4 years.
Yeah. Essentially, what it came down to was OKC. Like I guess they traded Harden to Houston because they just thought it was going to be a good idea at the time because they had to pay KD, and Russell. Because remember,
Yeah.
Harden hadn't had that holy shit James Harden seasons yet. Like because he also like he's young, still developing, and he's surrounded by guys that he was like not even the number 3 option. I bet
Yeah.
So they traded him because they probably knew okay he's good, but they didn't realize he was that fucking good.
Right.
That's got to be the biggest regret in any like. Dude, you traded away James Harden at like 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just know this. I know this year, like OKC has stacked up so many draft picks from all these trades they've been doing.
Absurd draft.
Like I think they have. I don't know what they have.
I
this
saw
year.
I saw that it was something the most absurd.
I know they have 2021 first rounds, like 3 2022 or 3 second round picks or something like that. Like they have a lot of picks. Like they're like one of those teams that just stack fucking picks.
Yeah, because OKC's been dog shit for so long.
I mean, might as well.
They also
trade out
just
players.
rebuilt. They also, they went into the rebuild stage. They knew they weren't going to
Was
win
it Chris Paul?
championships.
When did Chris Paul leave? 2 years ago.
I think so.
Yeah, because last year he was on. I think he was on the Suns last year
This is Chris Paul's best team he's ever been on, for sure. Brooklyn,
with fucking Devin Booker.
or not Brooklyn. Fuck.
Suns.
Yeah, Suns.
It was crazy how last year they didn't even make the playoffs, and they're like the number 1 team in the league.
Yeah.
Or well, they're not.
They were
but
playing lights out.
they're
But
second seed.
anything in the bubble, I put an asterisk next to everything because, dude, that was just an
Yeah, but-
anomaly of a season.
I mean, the whole season, obviously, they didn't make it to the bubble or the playoffs for a reason, obviously.
Yeah.
But the bubble, that year is so hard to.
you can't
And
really gauge.
the Lakers won that year.
Yeah.
So like, did the Lakers really win?
Well, I'll tell you this. The only reason why people count the Lakers winning, this is going to sound shitty, is because the Lakers won after Kobe died in the bubble. If the Lakers didn't win that, if the Lakers won that and Kobe hadn't died, no one would count it. But it's the fact that the Lakers won it after Kobe died. You got to admit, that's got to be a kind of a reason why people count it. It's
No,
just
I
like
mean,
the
I'm not saying
storyline.
it's discredible.
It's got to be the
It's credible.
storyline. I
No,
think it's an
it's
interesting
a win. They won that fucking. I wouldn't count. I hate how like the bubble was like, oh, did you actually win that championship? It's like, yeah, they still won it. Like, if they didn't win it, who the fuck won it? Like, someone won. I don't know. Like, I hate that. It would have sucked like though if the Mavs did win because everyone would be like,
It's a
oh, the
Mickey-
Mavs didn't win that championship.
It's a Mickey Mouse ring. That's my
bullshit.
favorite. That's my favorite shit I see. They call it the Le Mickey Mouse ring because they call LeBron James the Le Mickey Mouse ring, bro. That's fucked up. Really fucked.
I watched this Joe Rogan podcast today actually.
About
It was
what?
It was the last guy I was on it. I forgot what his name was, but he wrote a book about alcohol, and like usually when you think about writing a book about alcohol, you think of like all the negative and like the horrible aspects of alcohol, but like this was guy like a positive, like how alcohol is like beneficial in a way, which is really
helped
weird.
people out or what?
Not like helps people, but like in a way where like. So like say we're like it's like on the Joe Rogan podcast they were like drinking and stuff and they were like it helps you like create really good ideas and you're really creative when you're drinking.
Oh, I think alcohol in moderation is completely fine.
yeah, it's great. And he was
It's
like
when people
he
abuse
was like well if you're drinking alone that's probably a bad sign. But like
yeah.
he's like because he does these like talks like in front of like 200 people and he was like yeah I take like a shot before I do one. To like get the creative mind flowing and to get your nerves, get rid of those nerves, which
Calm
is
your
like
nerves.
totally like
that's a fact.
yeah, like I would do that shit probably. I'd be scared to do that if I had to do a presentation though in front of like 200 people. I feel like I'd want to take a shot, but then I wouldn't because I'd be like, what if I get like really weird and drunk?
If
or
you know
something?
your alcohol tolerance.
Yeah, but I know I'd
Yeah.
be fine.
One shot to take the edge
nothing.
off, though.
One shot's perfect. Literally like one shot if you haven't
Yeah.
drank in a while or not even a while, but like. Just like taking one shot just like calms a lot of your nerves, but you're not drunk.
Yeah.
or you're not like even that buzzed at all.
I agree with you for sure.
That's pretty cool. It was a pretty cool podcast.
I have to check it out. I love the Joe Rogan podcast. Not as cool as the C&N, but Joe Rogan's
Yeah,
number
He's
2.
like number 2.
Number 2 out there.
He's getting up there.
He'll catch us one day. You know, if we stop producing. It's on the right track. Good job, Joe.
What was that? You like sent me something that was like the UFO or
Oh,
some shit.
dude.
I never looked into
Well,
it. I totally
no,
forgot.
I looked into it briefly, and then apparently it was all just kind of like non-conclusive bullshit.
I did hear a lot about UFOs this past couple weeks for some reason.
Well, and then again, I did read a bunch of titles and stuff. So it was the U.S. government was set to release a bunch of stuff about UFOs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they actually released it, apparently it was all a bunch of like fugazi. Like people are like, this isn't groundbreaking. This isn't like revolutionary information. Like it was more or less just clips of stuff they've seen and weird shit. Like, but nothing. People were more like, okay, that was way less. Like they thought it was gonna be huge. Like you know, like holy shit.
Right.
Aliens have been to Earth, and
Yeah.
it was all stuff that was just all like, you know, you can debate whether that was an alien or not, kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah,
military craft, seeing weird moving objects.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't end up looking too much into it after I read a lot of the stuff about. People were just like, it was a huge letdown.
Right.
That was it.
Huh.
In terms of shit. There was a cool alien documentary. I gotta find it. We could watch it sometime and talk about it. We do a whole episode on it.
Just,
Which
like, review
I'll
a
be
whole movie.
honest, dude, no. It was actually like the most like it was these guys that used to work in like certain segments of the government that covered it.
Yeah.
And it was like 20 years later, so it's like past like the 20-year thing where they could actually talk about it or something.
Like the contract. Or
Yeah,
some
or
shit.
some weird shit, and they were all just talking about like some fucking weird shit that they had seen and like proof like aliens had been here.
Yeah.
I watched part of it and I was like, oh shit, this is actually like legit.
Yeah, there was that one guy that worked for Area 51 that like came out about. He was on Joe Rogan podcast too. I forgot his name. But he talked about a lot of that stuff, and it was just like fucking wild.
Unacknowledged is what it's called. It's on
Okay.
Netflix. Good. It was on Netflix. It's called
Okay.
Unacknowledged. I will say, I believed in aliens. I always have. I never really believed they've been to Earth.
Yeah, I believe it.
When I
for
watched
sure.
Unacknowledged, though, I was like, okay.
I bet they have been to Earth.
Dude, yeah.
They just didn't tell
Unacknowledged.
us.
Unacknowledged is the most believable, like the shit they
Yeah.
provide, and these guys like had access and like been to Area 51
Yeah.
and shit.
We should like on one of the podcasts like watch some kind of like a documentary or
And
like
commentate in the background.
or like something. No, not watch it while we're doing it, but like watch it beforehand and then like
I'm
review
so
it
down.
and then like review it on the podcast
I'm super down.
and like talk about like what we thought about it and shit. Like watch it like the night before or like shit even right before or something.
I am definitely down.
We wouldn't be able to watch it together because then we'd just be talking about it the whole time and we would be like get all of our comments out of it.
Yeah, let me read this off to you, summarizing Unacknowledged, okay? Unacknowledged focuses on the historic files of the Disclosure Project and how UFO secrecy has been ruthlessly enforced and why. The best evidence for extraterrestrial contact, dating back decades, is presented with direct top-secret witness testimony, documents, UFO footage, 80% of which has never been revealed anywhere else. The behind-the-scenes research and high-level meetings convened by Dr. Stephen Greer will expose the degree of illegal covert operations at the core of UFO secrecy. From briefings with CIA director, top Pentagon generals, and admirals to the briefings of the President Obama via senior advisor John Podesta, chairman of the Hillary Clinton campaign, we take the view behind the veil of secrecy and into the corridors of real power where the UFO secrets reside.
Interesting.
Yeah. Apparently this shit's like I watched it and I haven't watched it in a while. I think I was a little high when I watched it the first time. So I was like, holy shit. But it has really good reviews. So I don't know. If you guys are interested in UFO alien stuff, look up Unacknowledged. Came out in 2017. Interesting.
I bet there's definitely another documentary like
There's so many.
2021.
There's
It's
so
like-
many. But this one was like the one that held the
More
most
recent.
merit, I remember, because like it was and it was getting like it was getting, what do you call it, advertisement, like shadow banned. Like the
Yeah, yeah,
advertisements
yeah.
weren't being like
Right.
put
Right.
out for, and like, dude, you
If
know,
you Google it,
there's a
it's hard to
reason,
find.
there's a reason like it was super hard, like it didn't get a lot of disclosure and it was taken off Netflix like really fast and stuff. I don't
Right.
know. Obviously there's a coincidence there, I think, personally.
Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking about was Bob Lazar. He was on Joe Rogan. He was like, he used to work for Area 51. He used to work for Area 51, and like he came out about like he used to work on like I don't know if it was alien spacecrafts or
some weird
kind
shit.
I think they may have found alien spacecrafts and they looked like they had him and they researched him and they like did all this research on him, like he worked on him
Yeah.
to like figure out what the fuck where it came from. This shit was weird, and it's just like, dude, are you telling the truth or like? Because this shit's fucking. I mean,
aliens,
I think he was because I mean he has so much details about everything, and it's just like nothing is like seems bullshit to him because it's like nothing seems fake because it's like so detailed, but it's just kind of wild, like
alien life is scary to think about because if they have the technology to make it to us, they have the technology to wipe us off the face of the
that's
fucking
what I'm saying,
earth.
and they have the technology and they're
yeah,
and I think they've probably been here.
they probably
but
just
they don't.
we're so primitive to them. They probably don't even worry about us. But it's scary if we get on their radar to
But-
where you start becoming a threat to them.
Right.
Then that's when you have to be scared.
They're probably just like observing us,
Yeah.
and just like
because we're probably so
they're
primitive.
they
to
have
them.
the technology where
Exactly.
we don't know they're here, but
Yeah.
they are, in a way.
We're hundreds of thousands of years behind them potentially.
Right.
And if we're so primitive and they don't care,
Dude,
they're
this
probably
universe is so
fucked.
big that
Oh.
there can't be
extraterrestrial life is real.
there has to be other life forms out there.
It's mathematically impossible for there not to be at least other organisms somewhere
Like,
in the universe that are
so
either
far
ahead of
away
us or
or-
behind us. But there
Yeah.
has to be some form of
Like how is Earth the only planet that has humans on it?
Yeah.
When there's
life sustainability. That
I don't know
bullshit.
how many planets out there.
There's,
How many?
there's like not a
universes?
countable number of fucking planets.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's more than one that people can survive on. Not to mention evolution. Like, things can survive in different environments if they're there for
Right.
long enough.
And you think of aliens, there's like obviously like the aliens you see in fucking movies, the little creatures and
Yeah.
shit. But like aliens probably could be like walking on this fucking planet, and you don't even know they're
Dressed as a
goddamn
human.
alien.
Yeah, they could
Look like a fucking human, but
they
like
could be
they're
in the
sent
fucking
here.
yeah, they
You
could
never fucking
literally
know.
be yeah. That's the scariest shit. I could be an alien.
Yeah,
You could be an alien.
I wish I was.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
We're,
fucking
like aliens are like, how they make the joke everybody here on Earth has an FBI agent monitoring them.
Yeah.
There's aliens monitoring us, like you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
There's a fucking alien in this room.
Imagine that.
Invisible.
And imagine we're so low on the totem pole, like there's a top alien species. Did they just send people out to monitor other ones? They're like, oh, you got Earth, and like, are you like the fucking bottom of the bum, like the guy that failed all the classes.
God damn it! I don't want to get that.
Yeah, the guy that like failed all his classes is just monitoring Earth and everybody because and you're like, oh, that guy sucks. He's monitoring Earth.
Bitch.
He fucking sucks. He failed all.
You gotta
his
go
goals.
to Earth, bitch.
You were
that
all-
shit sucks.
You imagine, bro? They're like, those guys are fucking idiots. They're not doing anything.
Well, on other planets, they're fucking geniuses
yeah,
everywhere.
and they're-
They're all Elon Musk's running around.
yeah. Elon Musk is like the bottom of the totem pole
Yeah.
in terms of like IQ. You see, Jeff Bezos is going to space.
I did hear something about that.
He's gonna
I
go to
didn't really
space.
hear much
Or-
about it.
He's gonna Jeff Bezos space flight. Let me pull this
He
up.
got divorced and he said, "Fuck it, I'll go to space."
He's gonna be on the first flight of his like flight blue or whatever.
What are they doing? They're not
Blue
going,
Origin.
They're just going to space. Like,
Yeah, he's not actually going anywhere, but
Yeah.
he'll be flying to space on the first crewed flight of
He's
the
not
New
going
Shepard, the rocket ship made by a space company, Blue Origin. The flight is scheduled for July 20th, just 15 days after he is set to resign as CEO of Amazon. Oh, that's coming up in like a month.
He hasn't fully resigned.
No, I imagine the paperwork.
I guess it takes a while to resign from Amazon.
Yeah. It's not like it's something that you can just
You
like
can just put in
all
your
right.
2 weeks. Hey, boss, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Jeff's is like, yo, Steven, you want to run the show? All right, I'm out. Here's the password to my computer. Good luck.
God, who's taking over Amazon?
It's one of the guys that's on like the executive, like he's a senior vice president, been there since it founded. My thing is, Jeff Bezos is not going to pass the torch to someone that he knows isn't capable of it.
Oh yeah.
So, and he's still staying on as like a CEO, but like a different title to where he doesn't have to be there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if he comes in and wants to make a decision, he overrides everyone's decision. He still has that, but he's like letting other people make decisions when he's not there. Essentially, is what I gathered.
For sure.
But the guy that's replacing him his name is Andy Jassy. He's the fucking CEO of Amazon Web Services, AWS, which is like the huge public cloud platform. Basically, there's like Google, Azure, AWS dominate the public cloud sector in terms of like putting shit in the cloud for businesses. And AWS, he runs the AWS cloud operations. So yeah, this dude knows what he's fucking doing because AWS is dominating the marketplace alongside Azure.
Okay. Cool.
I deal with AWS and Azure a lot in my work.
Hell yeah. Fuck that.
But I wish I bought when Jeff Bezos announced he was stepping down, their stock dipped for a little bit. Yeah. And then it went right back up. Yeah. But it just like when the CEO announces he's stepping down, it's going to dip. I wish I had the funds to just buy a shit ton because I knew it's going to go back up.
Yeah.
Dude, do you see Bitcoin? Have you been following what's been going on with that?
What's it at now?
Dude, 36K or 38K, I think.
No way.
36,915. It was at like 58. It was at like 58
almost
a month
60,
ago, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Dude, that's wild. Do you have any like Dogecoin?
No, I never bought into that. I wish I did, but
I did when I was like less than a penny, or not less than a penny. It was like a couple cents.
I almost bought in it when it was like, dude, yeah.
I bought like 225 shares. I mean, I'm definitely up, but like, I need to get because it keeps like fluctuating between like
That's
30
crypto.
cents.
That's crypto.
But it keeps fluctuating from like 30 cents to 40 cents, and like, but like I'm so dumb where I like you could literally put in so much money when it's at 30 cents, and then once it goes up to 40, cash out, or at least cash out half or something like that.
It's up 4,500% this year. Yeah. Imagine if you put like 10 grand in when it was at like a tenth of a penny.
See, like I don't have the money to put in that much amount, so you can't make a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I can make like
it takes
a couple
money,
$100.
It takes money to make money.
Exactly. So like if you have the money to invest and like day trade or something, because like a lot of people Dogecoin bounces from like 30 cents to 40 cents, and like you put $1,000 at 40 cents,
dude. Elon Musk
30 cents, and then it goes up to 40. Like,
yeah, there has to be something done, and I get it. If I was in the same position as like Elon Musk, I would, because Elon Musk, all he has to do is tweet about a stock or a crypto, and it's going to shoot up. So he can put in all his money, tweet about it, and it's instantly going to shoot up, and then he can cash out. That's technically not.
Is that like insider?
No,
is that
no,
insider
because
trading?
he's not sharing the info. Insider trading, to my understanding, is like when you know that there's going to be a shocking, like, okay, let's say there's a huge scandal with a CEO, right? And you know that it's internally. Like, okay, here's the prime example of insider trading, and a bunch of Congress and senators got in trouble for this. So when COVID happened, before the American public was informed of COVID, the government was informed before when, you know, that, hey, COVID's here, it's going to fuck everything up. A bunch of people pulled all their, like, senators, like, governors pulled all their shit out of the stock market because it crashed, right? Yeah. And because they were shared insider info that no one else had access to, they made a decision to pull all their stocks out, and then they obviously didn't lose millions of dollars. Right. That's insider trading. And I think, to my understanding, it's the same as if, like, let's say you're on the board, and someone says, hey, the CEO, there's a scandal that the CEO just did some fucked up shit that's going to tank this company, and then you sell all your stocks before it's goes public, and then it tanks, and then you sold. That's insider trading, to my understanding. It's basically trading to your advantage when you have access to confidential information is the best way to put it.
I wonder if that's the same as, I don't know if it's called insider trading, but like say you're in the NBA, like say Luka bets on the under on his points, and he like 20
that's
points.
Very illegal.
I know, but like, what is that? Is that like called something like?
Yeah, that's very illegal. But like the thing is,
I wonder how.
But the SEC monitors, like, the reason all these governors and senators got caught was because that's all audited. Anything with high amounts of money, like when you make a shit ton of money in the stock market, you're like somebody sees that and they check it out. Now, if they go see Luka Doncic puts $1 million on him scoring less than 30 points. I
guess that'd be tough.
And then he cashes out, and they because you can't bet.
Yeah, no. I mean, when you're NBA, you probably can't bet at all.
No. But there are sports, like people, and that's how like all those governors and senators got caught, because they pulled all their money out. Yeah. And then someone that audits all like financial moves, because there's like another organization that does that, saw, hey, these fuckers pulled like $1 million out of the stock market, and then 2 days later, COVID became national news.
Definitely,
like that's how they got caught.
There's definitely a way for sports though, where
I'm sure.
Say I was in the NBA and I told you, like, hey, go put $1 million on me to score under 20 points. I'm gonna hit 19 tonight.
I mean,
let's split it. You know,
here's the same thing, that a prime example of where it happened was you could bet on DraftKings during the Floyd and Logan Paul fight.
Oh yeah.
That they would touch gloves. You could bet. On
Oh
that.
yeah.
And they touched gloves in the 7th round or the 8th round. Before the last round, they touched gloves.
Did.
So all their friends. Logan and Jake were probably like, "Yo, we touch gloves. Tell all your boys, hey, put a shit ton of money on that because we're gonna touch." And then 8th round, they touch gloves on the last round. But like you can't prove that.
No.
I think that's a little harder to prove for an exhibition bet.
Those are weird. See, that's what I've always been confused about, like how those bets work, because it's like the person that's fighting or whatever has so much say. They could tell their friends like, "Hey, like
I'm
sure I'm gonna do this." Too. Like you can bet on anything in fighting or anything in any sports. You can bet on the fucking color of a fucking jersey or some shit. Like
you can bet on the coin toss in the Super Bowl.
You can bet on the coin toss.
If anything, is the safest thing to bet on because it's 50-50. Like in terms of your odds, like you literally, like I mean, not the safest, but your odds are pretty. It's 50-50. It
is 50-50, but there is other bets that are not necessarily 50-50. That are more like
oh yeah no I know what you're saying, like if you're betting on spreads and stuff but if you're just going sheer off like dumb luck, bet on the fucking like, and because there's always one there's always one that's a little bit more favored than the other. Like tails I think was slightly favored in the Super Bowl for this past Super Bowl, so if you bet on heads you're gonna make more, and I mean it's the same odds, so
that's
why not? That's what I never understood is why they're not equal. Like tails was
the
favored.
Over and under in basketball games I bet a lot on, and when I first started betting, I would bet on a lot of like under and overs, and I would always, I
like parlays.
Yeah, those are good too. But like I would always bet on like the over and unders, and like I would hit on a lot of them. And then like recently, I've been just hitting on nothing, and it's like it's tough.
I don't bet.
It's like in a way it's almost 50-50, but like it's not. You think, but like the payouts are kind of similar. Like the payout or under over is pretty much similar. So it's kind of 50-50, but it's. If you know kind of what's going on, it may not be.
Yeah. Yep. No, I don't know. I've always stayed away from betting because it's a very dangerous game. I mean, if you're smart with it and you have self-control, you're fine. But you do see people like the gambling, because like if anything, I mean obviously drugs, alcohol, being addicted to, that's different, but like imagine being so addicted to gambling like you lose your fucking mortgage and you have like a family.
I've never understood that. Like obviously
there's people
like
that do that.
Obviously
it's very addictive.
It's very addictive, but like maybe I don't have an addictive personality, but
I do to nicotine, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but like whenever like I'm betting, like I lose and I win, like I have like a sports thing and a betting website I guess, and it's like I'm up. Like I put in like a certain amount at the very beginning when I first started betting, and it's up a lot. Mm-hmm. But like I told myself, as soon as it goes down to what I put in.
But see, people don't have that mentality. Like that's why for you it's okay to bet. But I've had friends that will do live betting. Like they'll bet that someone will hit a 3 in the next 30 seconds in an NBA game, and they'll put like $150 on it.
See, that's what I don't get.
And
whenever
like,
you're
a lot of money, idiot.
I never put in a lot of money. Like I put in like smart low bets.
Yeah.
To make
but a majority of people aren't.
It makes slow money, like very slow. Like I make like, I made $20 tonight. Well, but over the time I made a few $100.
But if you lose, I lost $100 opposed to $100,000.
Yeah. But it's like when you put in $100 or $200 or whatever, and you lose that instantly, you're like, God, I want to fucking kill myself. Like, I just put in all this stupid ass money for nothing. Like, why would I do that?
I'm just, the reason I don't bet is I don't like putting my money on something that I have literally zero control over. Like, I have no control if Tom Brady goes and throws 4 touchdowns in a game. I have no control. I have no control over that, so that's why.
The reason I do like gambling, though, I don't like to gamble on my teams. I like to gamble on other games. Like, so like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, or betting on your own team.
I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl, but like watching just like a regular season or a playoff series, it makes the games. It makes you want to watch the game.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
Say like I may not watch some of the playoff games because like I don't really fucking care who wins, honestly. But if I'm watching it to see if they hit 225 points and I bet the over, it makes the game interesting. I'm like. At the end of the game,
hit a 3, Kevin Durant, hit a 3, and then you just hear bang, and you're like, "Fuck,
let's go, baby!" And you just like it makes games just more interesting, and like I like watching sports, but like sometimes I don't want to watch it because I don't have any interest. I don't care who wins, But it's like
That's fair.
But it's like if I lose, I win. I lose $30, $40 or
Yeah,
something.
it's
And
not
if I
the end of
win,
the
I make 100 or something.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
It's
as,
not like
as long as you're betting small amounts like that.
Yeah.
It's when I've seen people that'll bet like a fucking paycheck, like their entire paycheck, and they're already living paycheck to paycheck on shit. I'm
That's
like,
just stupid.
you're a fucking idiot.
Like it feels amazing. I'm sure when you win.
Yeah, but you're gonna
But
lose it more often than not.
When you lose, man, I'm sure that week.
Sucks. When you gotta go from eating a ramen, like when you can go like eating out maybe a couple times and getting some nice produce at the grocery store to eating
Shit.
ramen for
If
2 weeks.
First of all, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, do not fucking bet. Do not be gambling your fucking money. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you fucking asshole, don't do that shit. That's dumb as fuck.
The problem is there's people that do that. That's why betting
what I don't understand. People that are living like that and they bet. I get if you have access to or you have a discretionary income. But, dude, if you're betting like that and you're living paycheck to paycheck, dude, you're a fucking idiot.
You're a
an
dumbass.
idiot,
Anyone watching this, if
You're
you can't
fucking
afford to
dumbass.
lose it, don't fucking bet it.
Yeah, seriously. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you
And
can't
that sounds
afford,
so stupid and common sense, but
if
a lot of people don't listen
afford to
to
lose
it.
a couple $100s in one night in an instant, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, if you're okay, but this is the way that
I
I've
do
heard.
that shit on the weekend.
If
Going to the bar.
if you're okay with betting, you're okay with taking that money that you're betting and lighting it on fire.
Exactly.
If
That's
you're
why
not
I'm always
okay with
saying-
that, then don't.
That's
do
why I'm
it.
always saying, like whenever I bet and I'm like, all right, if I'm okay with losing this money, all right, I'll bet it.
Yeah.
I would never bet like $1,000. Be like,
Fuck
I would
no.
be.
Now, if I'm a
horrible.
multi-millionaire,
Yeah.
all right, I might throw a rack on New England to win
Yeah.
a Super Bowl. You
Yeah.
know, who knows?
But like, if you can't afford to lose that money in that
Don't do
second,
it. Yeah.
don't fucking do it.
There's dumbasses that do that.
Dumbass move.
Oh man. Do you want to call her here? You want to wrap up with? How about this? We wrap up with NBA playoff predictions. I got Brooklyn sweeping Milwaukee.
No.
I got that. Who do you got?
Well, I got Brooklyn winning, but I don't think they're gonna sweep. I think Bucks get the game tonight or game 4.
Bucks are up 30-18 right now.
Told you.
That
doesn't mean shit, but
yeah, no. So I got Sixers beating the Hawks, like winning it
Yeah, I
all.
think they will.
Not winning it all, but like winning that series. I got Suns beating the Nuggets. This is like stereotypical. I got the Jazz beating the Clippers and the Nets beating the Bucks.
That's gonna be a tough series. The Bucks or the Clippers and Jazz.
I think Jazz will pull through.
I think Jazz will too, and I hope they do because fuck the Clippers, they beat us. But I think that'll be one of the better series.
I do too. I think that's a Game 6, Game 7 series.
Mm-hmm.
Sixers,
if
I
I had
think
to
are going
bet
to
on
4-1
anyone
the Hawks,
to
personally.
go late rounds, it'd be that one.
I got Sixers beating the Hawks 4-1.
Jazz and Nuggets though is a good one too.
You mean Suns and Nuggets? You said Jazz and Nuggets.
Yeah, Suns and
Idiot.
Nuggets.
I got the Suns beating the Nuggets.
Yeah, I think the
4-0.
Suns will win.
I think the Suns will sweep the Nuggets.
And then Jazz and Clippers, right?
I got Jazz over Clippers.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like the West is so stacked.
Oh, the West is on a fucking another level.
I think both those series are gonna be good.
The West is on another level, but the best team is in the East.
I know, right?
So, I mean, take
And
that with a
Brooklyn
grain of
will
salt.
probably win. And I think the Sixers can definitely handle Atlanta.
I think they'll win 4-1. That's
I
my
think
call.
so too, honestly.
I think they dropped the first game.
They had a bad first game.
Yeah, but like you
They
had an
killed-
off night.
They killed second game.
Yeah, I don't think I see the Sixers dropping another game in that series.
Yeah. Man, Sixers in Brooklyn though, in that round would be good.
I still think Brooklyn's gonna mop the floor with everybody.
That would be a good
man.
series. I would love to see. I mean, it's gonna be Brooklyn and Sixers. I think.
Who do you
Brooklyn
have
and
who do you have in the
Sixers.
finals?
I think it'd be Brooklyn. Man, that's hard. Out of the Sixers.
So, because the West is like a toss-up, but I think Brooklyn, Suns finals. Book it. Book it.
Yeah. I think
Book the bet. Book the bet. Brooklyn
I'm
and
gonna
the
have.
Suns.
I'm gonna have a totally different one. I'm gonna say.
Don't tell me you have Brooklyn losing before.
No. I think the Sixers are gonna beat Brooklyn.
So you don't have Brooklyn going to the finals.
No.
You're twisted. I mean, anything can happen. It's a
I think
playoff.
the
Anything can happen.
Sixers is the number 1 seed, man.
I mean, the Sixers are good, but bro, I think Brooklyn is.
I know, but I just
I
don't see it. I don't see a team winning
Hey.
without a good defense.
Hey, it's the playoffs. Anything's a chop. I
It-
agree with you. Historically, there's never been a team that can win without a defense. Defense wins championships.
Exactly.
But Brooklyn is the one
I
anomaly
know.
to that because when they're all on firing on all cylinders, it doesn't matter how many points you score. They will score more. Guaranteed 100%. Harden's healthy. They're playing now. If something comes out and Harden's out for the rest of the fucking playoffs, then okay, we can reconsider. But to my understanding, Harden will be back. They're probably just like, yeah, we don't need you because we're dicking Milwaukee. So like, just rest up for the next playoff series. That's my take.
So I think Sixers are gonna beat if Sixers win and beat Atlanta, and if Milwaukee loses.
Milwaukee's going to lose to Brooklyn.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty hard to come back from 2-0, but the fucking Clippers did it against us, so
yeah, but
not ruling it out.
Yeah, the Clippers did it against you guys, but no offense to the Mavs, are not Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like Brooklyn's kind of fucking out there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got for my NBA Finals, I have the Brooklyn Nets.
All right, I'm gonna go with 76ers, and I think it's gonna be Phoenix, and I think Utah's gonna win out of those two series. And those are gonna be tough. Utah against Phoenix, that would be a great series.
In the finals?
No, in the semifinals.
In the semifinals.
In the conference finals.
Who do you have in the finals, though?
Man. All right, I'm gonna go Phoenix. I'm gonna go Phoenix and Sixers.
Okay, I got Phoenix, Brooklyn for the finals. That's my take.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Phoenix and Sixers.
Okay.
Who you got winning?
Brooklyn. I have Brooklyn winning it all.
If it's going there, I think I'm going 76ers.
I think Brooklyn's gonna win everything.
I want my boy Seth Curry to win it.
Oh, I'm a big
Embiid.
Seth
I love
Curry
Seth.
fan.
I fucking hate how we got rid of him, dude.
Yeah, that was
weird. I think if we would have had him this year, we could have beat the Clippers.
I can't believe you guys got rid of him. He's been playing very well.
We got rid of him from Josh Richardson, which he played good. It was a good trade until the playoffs.
You never get rid of a guy with his last name being Curry, man, because
because we didn't need an elite shooter because we had shooters, and then we went to the playoffs and we couldn't make shots. If we had Seth Curry, bruh, we could have won that shit. Although we gave up a lot of.
I do like Seth.
Although he's not a good defender, we got a lot of defending. We got a lot of defenders for.
A lot of
defense.
A lot of defenders got fucking dabbed by Kawhi Leonard.
We got a lot of defense out of that trade.
You got a lot of guys that just got shit on by the Clippers.
We got a lot of defense for an elite shooter. We gave away an elite shooter, and whenever we were in the playoffs, we needed an elite shooter.
Yeah,
so
I don't think you should have got.
We needed defense, obviously, but Josh Richardson wasn't the right guy.
Yeah, well. Those are our takes on the NBA playoffs. Leave a comment down below who you think's going to win.
All right.
AKA me.
When it's all said and done, we'll release these.
When the Sixers get swept by Brooklyn, you guys can comment. Damn, Corey's an idiot. Nick's a genius.
No. Whenever that happens, this podcast is going to be deleted from history.
The C&N Podcast never existed, actually. If I'm wrong or he's wrong. So welcome to our final episode. I'm just kidding.
All right. Well,
thanks guys for coming out and listening.
Peace.